It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Just another day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. Pastor Haynes, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey Smiley. How you doing, my bro?
Man, I'm doing good, man. Just blessed and highly favored. I know you got a good word this morning.
Oh, thank you so much, Rick. Today I simply want to talk about flashback praise. Every now and then when life is going wrong, here's what I recommend you do. Just have a flashback to what God has already done. Then you can look forward to what God is going to do for you. Have a flashback and just remember how God has opened doors in the past, how God has raised you up in the presence of those who have tried to tear you down. Have a flashback, and when you have a flashback praise, you'll end up saying, He has done great things for me, so I will bless the Lord at all times. That's the word I'm giving to everyone this day, and that is go ahead today, take some time and have a flashback praise. When I have a flashback praise, I just remember what God has already brought me through. You see, I didn't just make it through. God brought me through. God was the one who gave me enough strength to get through what I was going through. Y'all, I didn't just make it through. God brought me through. He has done great things for me, so I will bless the Lord at all times. I will bless the Lord with the flashback praise also, because God, in God's goodness, was so good to me that even when I didn't deserve it, God blessed me. Even when I messed up, God converted my mess ups into a bless up. So even if I fail, I ended up failing forward. Is there anybody tuned in right now who can say, I'm going to bless the Lord because God converted my mess up into a bless up? God came through when I was going through. Whenever I have a flashback to what God has done, I start celebrating who God is and what God is going to do. So that's the word of the day. God has done great things for me, so I will bless the Lord at all times.
There it is, y'all, ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Friendship with Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas. Let's get into some praise right here. Love you, Pastor Haynes.
Love you, Ricky. Thank you.
Here's Byron Cage right here, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Aren't you Rickey Smiley Morning Show? 12 minutes after the hour, y'all. Hey, we got the one and only special guest in studio this morning, LaToya Lucky.
Good morning. What's up, y'all? What's up?
Hey, we happy to have you this morning.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, man. So happy to have you, man. All right, so we got your front page right here. LaToya, just jump in, have fun. Maria, what up?
What up? Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone. Here's your Tuesday morning news. 3 University of Virginia football players were shot dead and 2 others were wounded. A former team member has been charged with the crime and is in custody. The students killed were identified as Devin Chandler, Lavelle Davis Jr., and Deshaun Perry. Now, we'll have a more in-depth conversation about gun violence later in the show this morning. In other news, Republicans are just 1 seat short of the 218 needed to reach a majority in the U.S. House of Representatives. Congressional races in 2 California districts and 1 upstate New York district were called for Republicans yesterday. Democrats got enough victories to get a majority in the U.S. Senate, although 2 races are still undetermined. Lastly, Amazon is the latest company to announce plans to lay off employees. About 10,000 people in corporate and technology jobs will lose their jobs, according to the New York Times. The web retailer has a global workforce of more than 1.5 million. I'm Maria Moore, and that's a quick look at what's happening in news. Rock T, what's going on in sports?
Well, last night in Monday Night Football, the Philadelphia Eagles are no longer undefeated. They lose to the Washington Commanders 32-21. Now, I picked the Eagles to win this game. But, Rick, I think you remember me saying this. Super Dave, I know you heard me say this too. This could be an uh-oh game for the Philadelphia Eagles. Don't think it's going to be a blowout.
That's not a prediction. You predicted they were going to lose, right? That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Don't give me
Why do you always tend to leave out?
You make me mad when you do that.
Why do you always leave out the most important piece?
Make the prediction.
I predicted Philadelphia was going to win the game.
They lost, so that's it.
And then I said this could be a blow game. Don't think it's going to be a blowout.
Cut it off.
Cut your mic off,
man.
Cut it off. Stay back there behind the pole.
Cut it off.
It is what it is, man. Let me talk about Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield. Team, Michelle, Latoya, can you go get your boy over there?
Leave me out of that.
Why you need help?
Hey, shout out to Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield teaming up once again to release a cannabis gummy collection together, and it's going to be called Holy Ears. Come on, Brad. They will be ear-shaped gummies and they're the cherry punch flavor. So, Mike Tyson.
You know what? That's funny.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
It is.
Boy, that's all I got for sports.
I wonder, is Evander Holyfield mad?
No, he's excited.
He's triggered.
He's gonna make that money.
Yeah, he getting to the bag.
Okay.
Mike Tyson already getting to the bag in the cannabis business. He got Mikey Bites. He got Mike Tyson 2.0. So he bringing his buddy Evander in to make some of this money as well. So good for them too.
Holy ear.
That's all I got. What up there, Gary?
All right, y'all. Larsa Pippen and Marcus Jordan they're saying they are definitely, in fact, dating. And they're saying, y'all, that their relationship turned romantic around a month ago. Now, sources are saying that they really are into each other and have been spending a ton of time, honey, together in Miami. Now, Larsa Pippen and Marcus Jordan appear to have scrapped, y'all, their friendship for a full-blown romance, and the two were closer than ever during the day at the beach this past weekend. Now, Scottie Pippen, his ex-wife, and, Michael Jordan's 31-year-old son, they said they enjoyed the sun, honey, in South Beach. Now, with Larsa sporting, this is what she was wearing, a tiny black bikini, and Marcus was going with a black backwards Jordan brand hat, y'all, and patterned trunks. Now, they're saying that the 48-year-old Larsa has previously insisted that she's just friends with MJ, but they sure look like a couple, honey, as he wrapped his arms around her during a day at the beach, honey. Now, they're saying that the two also got really cuddly while getting some shade under an umbrella, with witnesses saying that they were making out at one point, and she kissed all over his neck. Now, Latoya, what you think about that, girl?
You know what? Do what you feel. Listen, ain't nothing wrong with the age gap. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Okay. Do what you feel.
Mm-hmm. And they said Michael Jordan was definitely there, y'all, in spirit.
He's supposed to be her auntie.
Well, yeah. Well, Michael would be her father-in-law, but they said Michael was there in spirit because his son was wearing his hat.
You know what?
And he had the hat on that hat.
That's so messy. Ooh, Gary, don't do that, Gary.
So he was there with his son.
Oh, don't do that.
So we're going to keep them all lifted up in prayer. But they look like a great couple. And I'm sure she's sick of Scotty with that big old nose, honey. And she wants somebody young. So.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's always nose.
Okay. All right. All right, the color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is black cherry. On the high end, you say black cherry, and on the low end, you say beautiful maroon. That's your color for today. Brad, what you got coming up in the hot spot?
Coming up next in the hot spot, Meg Thee Stallion restraining order, but not with Tory Lanez. I'm going to tell you all about it up next. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it is 29 minutes after the hour, y'all. We got special guest Latoya Luckett in the studio this morning. It is time for the hot spot. What up, Brett?
What up, Ricky? The hot spot is being brought to you by Geico. Whether you rent or own, Geico makes it easy to bundle home and car insurance. Having a home is hard work, so get a quote at geico.com easy. Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brett Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Well, a Texas judge has granted Meg Thee Stallion a restraining order against her record label, 1501 Certified Entertainment. According to TMZ, she filed docs to get the order against her label 1500 and distributor 300 Entertainment, claiming that 1501 made threatening and retaliatory moves to block Megan from using her own music in connection with the American Music Awards, which is happening this weekend. Now, as previously reported, Megan and 1501 are currently in a legal war over her recording contract. Now, Megan believes she's satisfied the terms of the agreement and should be a free agent, but 1501 said, they insist she still owes more recordings. Meg is up for favorite female hip hop at the AMA. So congratulations to her, and I hope they get all this mess squared away. Well, y'all, during the interview with E, Rihanna said she wants Beyonce to walk in her next Savage by Fenty fashion show. Riri said Beyonce, she added, Beyonce got body. She said that would just trump everything for me. Plus, we have some other big surprises. That would be dope. Could y'all see Beyonce walking in a Savage by, Gary, here he go. Can you see Beyonce walking in the Savage by Fenty?
No.
I knew it.
I mean, because if Miss Tina didn't make the outfit,
Stop
so
it, Gary.
Oh.
You ain't right. You ain't right.
Why not?
That would be a beautiful
might.
collaboration.
It would.
Oh, yeah.
I'd love to see
It
it.
would be.
Me too.
I'd love to see it.
Yeah, Chuck Gary, he talking about. Well, y'all, Chris Brown took to social media to let the fans know the correct lyrics for Under the Influence. He posted on his IG story, they have been messing up lyrics lately on these music platforms. Y'all been having a field day with the Under the Influence song. He continued, it's Robitussin, and it's you, body, lightweight, speaks to me. Okay?
What?
He said it's Robitussin. So people that don't know that whatever sounds like Robitussin when he's singing, the word is Robitussin. And he said it's you, body, lightweight, speaks to me. So if y'all know the song and what he's talking about, that's what he's saying. It says you, body,
Well,
lightweight.
who say anything other than Robitussin? That's what I've always said.
I really don't know. I guess when he looks on these sites, like if you go to Spotify or iTunes and they show the lyrics, sometimes the lyrics are wrong. You know? And even when they do the closed caption on TV or whatever, and you know what they saying, and then the closed caption is wrong, it make me mad too. So I kind of understand as an artist, like, you want people to know what you're saying and not get the words wrong. So I'm not mad at him for that. All right, last but not least, y'all, according to the Jasmine brand, Lifetime is readying a biopic about the life of Keisha Cole. Sources say that the network is in pre-production and filming is slated to begin at the end of the year, and it'll cover her dramatic life, loss of her mom, and working as a single mom. What y'all think about that?
Get to the bag, man.
Yeah.
Get to the
that's
bag.
awesome.
I know that's right.
Congratulations.
It is awesome. Yeah, we all need one of them. We all got a whole lot to talk about and a full journey that's gotten us to where we are, okay?
Amen.
All right, y'all. We gonna wrap up the hot spot on
I
that.
said amen.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Okay, we gonna wrap up the hot spot on that note, y'all. But coming up next, we got your wake up call. So hit us up at 8669-RICKY. That's 8669-RICKEY. Time now is 27 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
We got the one and only LaToya Luckett joining us this morning.
Yes, indeed.
What you got now?
So happy to be here, y'all. Listen up real quick. A guy in Baton Rouge, Louisiana was outside of a bar called Bulldog around 1:30 in the morning, okay, Friday night. And he ran up to give his buddy a big hug. But he didn't realize the guy was in the middle of showing people his cool knife, okay? So the hug turned into an accidental stabbing, y'all. Lord. The reports don't say where he got stabbed, but police say he was seriously injured, but should be okay. The guy with the knife is 34-year-old Joshua Bean. He helped render aid until paramedics arrived, and then he, I guess, took his friend to the hospital. Even though it was an accident, cops arrested him, and he could face charges for negligent injuring. Y'all, just watch how you
What?
hug folks.
That's crazy.
Watch how you run up on folk, all right? You never know what they carrying.
So you probably showing his homeboy.
Yeah.
Like he just ran up and, but how was you? I'm trying to figure out.
How do you not see that? How little was the
big,
knife?
shiny knife. I don't know.
See, nah.
Yeah. But homie came out stabbed. I mean,
That's crazy.
Look, just watch.
I'm
me
just trying to
run up
figure
on
out the physical part. How you?
Was he giving him a church hug or was it a front facing hug?
That's why people need to start doing church hugs.
I think I do the church hug.
So the church hug is a side hug.
You just throw your
where you
arm
don't-
around.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't go full face, breast into the chest. You know what I mean?
If your relationship on ice and your girl give you a church hug, somebody else smash you. Yep.
Yeah, dog.
And don't let her pat you on the back.
Yeah.
What y'all think?
I'm a church hug girl.
It's a club in Atlanta called Bulldog. You said it's a Bulldog?
Yeah,
the club is called Bulldog.
On 1:30. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Friday
Two
night.
dudes hugging in front of this Bulldog.
You know what?
That's
The dude that came to hug the friend, he was drunk. He was at the club. It was 1:30 in the morning. He was drunk and he wasn't paying attention to what was going on. It was probably dark. Like, it was outside.
So dude was holding the knife out in front of himself.
That's what I'm saying. If you
And you
showing
just ran
somebody
around
a
in front
knife,
of
you
him and
just
ran
ran
into the
hugged
knife.
him. Like, that's crazy. He wasn't paying attention.
But I'm confused all around. Since when men started hugging each other? I thought y'all pounded each other.
Men been hugging for years.
It's called a bro hug.
Don't set him up.
Bro
Don't
hug,
do that.
homeboy hug.
But don't you go in with your shoulder with that one?
Thank y'all. Something that's right.
The man hug started with Arsenio Hall show.
Yeah. So it starts off with a dap.
Oh, and then you bring them in.
And then you bring them in.
It's like shoulder to shoulder, though.
Okay, got it.
The man hug is shoulder to shoulder.
And then you hit him on the back with a fist.
And then Barack Obama perfected it. You know, it really got cool when Barack Obama started doing it. So now that's the norm, because that's what happened between Deion Sanders and Alabama State coach Eddie Robb. Or whatever, you know, everybody's it's just common that men hug, but when Eddie Robb stuck to the handshake, that caused that controversy. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I don't hug everybody I meet. I hug you. That's like an endearment thing. Like you know what I'm saying? Showing love. But some people, you know, you just shake their hand when you meet them or dap them up. But normally, it's kind of awkward not to hug. Do y'all agree with that?
Yeah, 100%.
Nowadays,
but if it's a man-to-man hug, it's got to be a quick release.
We air kiss, honey, me and my friends, so I don't know what y'all be doing on that hug.
Yeah, that's why you
And I think that hug between them coaches, Ricky, I think somebody was mad that they lost and he didn't want to get no hug, right?
But
he stiff-armed him.
Yeah.
That right there, that stiff-arm.
He stiff-armed him.
Mean
Don't do it.
That's why, you know, I keep that baby shoe in my underwear, so when the ladies hug me, that buzz should be on point.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the teeth. It's Gary, baby.
Gary, baby.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 6 minutes after the hour. Y'all, the segment's being brought to you by Indeed. That's right, make the hiring process work for you. With Indeed's end-to-end hiring solution, you can attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. Start at Indeed.com/credit. Gary, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, Latoya Lucky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Everybody talking about R&B singer icon, y'all, Morris Day. I don't know if y'all heard the news, y'all, but they're saying, y'all, that Morris Day, y'all, stepped out at the Soul Train Awards this past weekend, and they're saying that he was looking like $1 million, baby. They said his fit was fresh, and they said his hair was laid. They said, honey, every last strand on his lace front was perfectly placed on his head, and they said it was actually quite impressive, honey. But they say people said, honey, Morris, honey's hair, they compared his hair to his wife hair, or his woman hair, and they said he looked amazing. But Rick, they said that Morris, they went back and they say he had some dippity-do on his hair, honey.
What's dippity-do, Jay?
Little Richie.
Yeah, no dippity-do.
Little Richie.
Had that Jermaine Jackson work.
Nobody happy like Jermaine Jackson. That's his own category.
That's his own thing. He got that Madame Tussauds wax.
Some topic cakes.
Strange things going on in their head.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah,
Lord.
but they say baby Morris was letting them have it, honey. That's not, and I think it's good though that more men are starting to wear lace fronts. Now I think more men should Ricky, more men should get into lace fronts. You know,
only for movies if they have a role, not every day.
Well,
wait, he had a lace front on for real?
Yeah.
Yes.
But that's the new toupee for men. That's the new toupee.
That's Morris Day, though.
I was there and I did not see no lace front, y'all.
But I didn't know that. That's like a real thing, like men really wearing lace fronts.
Yeah.
But it's not so bad. It's like he got that 91 Genuine going.
So nobody growing their hair out like Reverend Ike did.
I don't think some people's don't grow, so they got to.
Yes, honey. But he looks amazing. Everybody say his hair looks better than his girlfriend. So kudos out to Morris, and that's good. He's keeping the look up, honey, and letting them have it. All right, moving on in other celebrity news, y'all. It was a very sad day, y'all, for people that was flying to Nevada, Las Vegas, honey, the other day. I don't know if y'all heard the shocking news, but Flavor Flav, y'all, they're saying, honey, that he snapped, honey, on a Spirit Airlines gate agent, honey. Now they're saying that Flavor Flav was trying to fly a flight on Spirit Airlines to Las Vegas. Now they say he was sitting in the airport on on his computer doing his work. And they're saying that everybody knows Flavor Flav knows that Flavor lets all the people go on the plane first, and he goes on last because he don't want to take pictures or whatever. Well, they say Flavor was sitting in the lobby, baby, on his computer, and when he finally looked, the girl had been closed the gate.
No. Once they close that door, it's a wrap.
They closed the door, Flavor Flav, baby. They say Flavor started cursing the people out and carrying on, honey. They say, but they told him, we ain't letting you in. And some people say in the flight, the agent was scared of him, because I guess I don't know what he looked like or whatever when he was upset. But they're saying, honey, you know.
He said, don't sentence me, Judge. I ain't done
nothing to nobody.
Yes, but they say, honey,
but let me tell you how you do that. Let me tell you how you do that. Brett, Toy, Maria, I know y'all agree. You go up there and you tell the gate agent that say, hey, I'm waiting on this flight. I want to board last. I'm just going to walk down with you. Here's my ticket and go sit back down. And she be like, I got you. And then she'll give you the signal. All right, sir, come on, I'm about to close the door. That's how you do that.
Yeah,
I would have to agree.
Yeah, but they didn't do it with him, baby. They closed the door.
Maybe he dozed off or something.
He had to doze off.
Yeah. Once they close that door, they don't want to hear nothing. They're not opening the door back up.
But if they see somebody sitting there, they don't have to be like that.
But I don't know how she didn't know that was not Flavor Flav, though, honey. I mean, still looked the same, so I don't know how she didn't know who that was, honey.
I'm surprised that happened on Spirit.
Yeah. I thought he got to because he wouldn't pay for his bag. They were trying to charge him
because they're known.
You know how
Latoya. They said, honey, that's when you know, baby, that bank account is fried.
You know.
Don't do that, Gary.
Get off the flame.
So how much oh, God.
Don't do that. He make plenty of appearances.
Where was he flying from?
They didn't say, but they were flying to Vegas. They said, honey, but honey, that bank account is fried. Yes, Lord, they say if you live in Vegas, honey, you can't avoid Spirit Airlines. So there you go. But let's keep Flavor lifted up in our prayers, honey. And they give him a ticket, honey, to catch the next flight, so honey. And he apologized to everybody except the airlines. So he apologized to the agents or whatever.
Yeah, y'all better do like Gary with the T, dude. Get your wheelchair.
Huh?
You gotta get in that wheelchair like Gary with the T. That's what you do.
First aboard.
Miss a flight.
Thank you.
Get ready to miss a flight. Get your ass in that wheelchair, especially in Vegas. Them lines be long outside.
Yes, ma'am.
Get in a wheelchair and then you got to walk it out when you get to the gate. Say, God, just bless me. I'm good.
It's a miracle.
You can't, now on Southwest, you can't sit by the exit if you're in the wheelchair, but you can sit up in that front with them old white people.
Yes, sir, baby. We be all at the door waiting.
I got me a Southwest.
They had a wheelchair lined up, boy.
Yeah, and you get those girls a good tip, honey, for pushing you.
Gary got that old Coming to America Louis Vuitton luggage with no wheels on it. Gary got a damn suitcase.
A real one.
Oh,
yeah,
Lord.
That's all right, baby. They put it right behind me or under me on my wheelchair, baby. Push that girl.
Who made that? Did Boomerang make that for you, Gary?
Boomerang made it when he was got to making those couches. He had some left over and made my suitcase.
I knew Boomerang. That's our friend Boomerang. He be getting Louis Vuitton material. He'll make you anything.
He'll make you anything, baby. He got a nice couch at his house. The color today is black cherry. You know you Ricky. I'm a roll down the lawn. You know you got that couch at his house.
He sure do,
He made a whole Louis Vuitton couch.
He made a whole couch, baby.
Boomerang house. That's our homeboy, y'all. Everybody that's listening. Yeah, that's our homeboy, Boomerang.
Make me some throw pillows.
He can make it, baby.
I want to make me some throw pillows. Okay.
Boomerang.
Not the whole couch.
Yes,
He can't never let nobody from Louis come over there.
It's black cherry on the high end and on the low end, just take beautiful maroon. That's your color for today.
Oh, y'all give it up to Gary with the team. All right, I got your welcome call. Y'all hit me up right now. The phone lines are wide open. Get at me. 8669-RICKY, 8669-RICKEY. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Time for the wake up call. Get at your boy. 8669-RICKY. Here we go.
Hey, let's go. Wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Get it together. This morning slid you in your house. You so it would be better. Wake up. And be productive. The Rickey Morning Show. Wanna know what you calling it from? So come on and come on. Just wake up. Get up, get up,
from the 704, but I was repping 803. I want to give a wake-up call to my wife and my daughter, but now my daughter's crazy baby mama. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Good morning. I'm going to wake up Courtney while he's on the road on I-95. Good morning, Courtney.
This is Greg Johnson from Orlando. I would like to wake up the Burks and the Johnson family. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Good morning. Wake up, wake up, wake up in Florida to Mackenzie, Nyla, Jason, Malia, Trey, London. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
This is Vala Turner down in Orlando, Florida, the city beautiful. I'm waking up all the crossing guards. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey, shout out from Macon. My name is Pat, and I love you guys. Y'all be good. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Richmond, wake up. And Little Rock, wake up. Wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Come on, Flint, wake up. In Toledo, wake up. Des Moines, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
All right, y'all, this segment's being brought to you by...
Get that beautiful skin you deserve with Olay Hyaluronic Body Lotion. It's so good it won in 2022 Oprah Award for Best Body Lotion. Buy Olay Hyaluronic Body Lotion online or at your local retailer.
Hey, listen, man, a lot of us, man, as we, get older, man, these kids be putting us up on technology, man. So we I love to have Techie Tuesday. We got the one and only Beyonce Aloysius, let us know what's going on. This is a tech head if I ain't never seen one. What up, B?
How you be calling me trying to walk you through setting up your Alexa? Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, so we all usually get ready for Black Friday. And again, Black Friday is the whole month of November. A lot of these big stores, Walmart, Best Buy, Amazon, they have all basically agreed like, hey, we don't want to work our employees on Black Friday like this. So all the deals are now. And each week you're going to keep seeing a bigger deal. So keep up. I'm just going to run through some of the hottest deals that I've seen. Some of these are going to be like the perfect, office party gift, like this Keurig single cup coffee maker at Walmart, $35. If you're trying to get your health right in the new year, the Fitbit Versa 2, $99 at Walmart. If you've been wanting an Apple Watch, well, they have those on sale. You can save $100 off on most of the stores that I've seen on the 7 series, which is a great watch. It also keeps track of your heart rate. So definitely make sure you check those out. Walmart has a Vizio 50-inch TV for $298.
Wow.
Yes, $298. Great deal, 50-inch TV. Also, if you're looking for AirPod Pros, usually they're going to run you like $199, even upwards of $200. They're on sale at Walmart for $159. Now, if you go over to Best Buy, great holiday stocking stuffer. You can get the Amazon Fire Stick 4K Max. So you get the HD, the great quality, right? $35. You're saving $20 there. This is a different kind of gift. So for one of those people, it's the gift that keeps giving. Usually this is almost $200, but they're on sale. The 23andMe DNA kits. So I've actually done this kit. It's very cool. You get to see about your ancestry, health benefits and health risk. It's only $79, so you can save $100 off that. Great, great gift, especially for your older family members. And,
did it work for you?
Listen, because people always ask me, like, what are you? It shows me, like, hey, some of my family's Middle Eastern, some of my family's, over here. So it's very, very cool. $79, great gift. JBL portable speakers are $30. Now, if you're looking for a new phone, Samsung has a great deal. The Galaxy S22, $375. That thing is usually $1,200. So amazing deal. Now, if you're trying, Ricky, you and LaToya a second ago, y'all were talking about security. Well, Ring products on Amazon are 60% off, and your Alexa deals 70% off right now. So definitely make sure you check that out. And of course, yes, I'm about to go get me some more cams, because you can get some Ring cams, $44 right now, which is $50 off. And I'm slick.
That's where?
At Best Buy. Okay. I'm slick mad because the outdoor cameras that you put on your garage and around the house, usually they're $200. Right now at Best Buy, they're $139. Now again, these deals are for this week. And each deals, the stores are going to keep flipping it. And for kids, for all my parents out there, a Segway electronic scooter, usually $200 on Best Buy. It's $100 right now. Amazing deal.
Segway.
It's a Segway electric scooter, goes 3 miles per hour.
All of these are online?
All of them are online. That's why I really like these deals right here. And again, they change every week. You can follow me on Instagram at Beyonce ATL. I'll have them all on there today. And if you're trying to ball out, 75-inch Samsung TV, $579 at Best Buy.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's a great
message.
Yeah, so definitely.
I'm ordering right now, girl.
Now, these are just these are my personal picks. I'm going to keep posting them on my Instagram and Facebook. You can follow me at Beyonce ATL, but that is your Techie Tuesday upload for this Tuesday.
Hey, Beyonce, thank you for doing this segment, man. My boy Ellis, man, love Techie Tuesday. He said, when you going to be having, Beyonce back on to do Techie Tuesday? And, as a matter of fact, he just got engaged to a woman named Lisa, and I'm just so excited and so happy for them. So I posted a picture on RS Comedy if you want to see my boy Ellis and Lisa. But he waits.
No.
He really waits for Techie Tuesday. So,
he is so sweet.
Just go to RS Comedy also and put a congratulations, to them. They just got engaged.
Thank you, Ellis.
So, man,
don't go,
Beyonce,
y'all.
Thank you so much for this segment.
I don't know what to say. Congratulations.
Gary.
Don't go, y'all.
Maria, the time right now, what time is it? It's 25.
You ain't right.
Don't do it. I could have told y'all
Somebody for everybody.
Yeah, dog.
It's the Black Friday.
All right, baby.
Hey, Gary, somebody said having a half a man is better than having no man at all.
All right, baby. Better than no.
Oh, man. Hey, Black Tony, I know this you. You ain't gonna believe this, dog. You sitting down.
What?
You sitting down. Let me tell you something, man. You have to learn how to do right because you miss out on your blessings.
I already know, son.
Guess who in the studio?
I already know.
Guess who in the studio?
Say, I already know.
LaToya Luckett.
Yo, to Roger Luckett.
Not Taraji Lucky. Did he say
Yo,
Taraji?
I know Susan, no.
Bruh, this is why you got to stop calling in sick. Look how you missing out.
Son, ain't nobody sick. That's why I'm upset right now.
Boy, you got eye candy in here. You got LaToya, Maria, and Brad. Boy, you got plenty of eye candy.
I was gonna try to holler, but I can't shout it, man. I'm so upset right now.
And I know you got LaToya Luckett pictures all over your wall, boy.
Yo.
I hate I missed you.
Yo.
LaToya, he called in sick every day for how many years, Rob?
About going on 4.5 years.
Stop being a hater. Stop trying to make folks not like me, shout. You trying to make her not like me before I even get a chance to holler.
No.
Shoot my shot, shout.
No.
Hey, Toy.
No, talk to it.
Yeah, baby.
Hey, Dave, give me some music, Super Dave. Give me some, Black Tony, take your time and just, like, let LaToya Luckett know, like, what the groove is, if you would've came up with
you know what I'm saying? Hey, look here, Toya. Hey, look here. Let me tell you like this.
Give me some Maxwell.
See, everybody else call you LaToya. I'm gonna call you Toya. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's like we like that. You know what I mean? Okay. So like, you know, I know you a classy chick. You know what I'm saying? You a classy lady. You know what I'm saying? You ain't no thought, you ain't from the hood around her or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? You deserve the best that a man got to offer. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pitch you up. I got that Escalade. I got that 5-speed Escalade.
What's your credit like though?
Boy, my credit, Charlie, my credit good, boy. I got my credit almost a 500. But look on. Baby. Look on.
How many kids you
got? I got you. I got a lot of children.
You got a lot of children?
I got
like several different baby mamas?
I got like 3 different little, I got 3 different little boys. I got 2 little girls, and I got one on that, I don't know if it's on his dad or not, but it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm trying to get at you, take you to somewhere nice. You ever been to Red Lobster?
Bring it home, dog.
Yeah, I like them popcorn shrimp.
I take you to Red Lobster, child.
Yeah, you need
I'm talking about, boy.
You gonna give me an extra basket of cheese biscuits?
All that. You know what I'm saying? All
Bring it
that.
in, dog.
Okay.
And then we gonna go
Bring
back
home, dog.
Cause my grandmama gonna be in Biloxi this weekend, so I got the whole crib to myself. You know what I'm saying?
Bring it home, dog.
I'm gonna put another comfort on my pallet.
Ooh, okay. You gonna leave that plastic on the sofa?
Nah, I sleep on the pallet, baby. I'm gonna put you down, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna lay you down.
Right next to the space heater, huh?
Put you in the bathtub, put that dishwasher liquid in there, give you a nice little bubble bath, you know what I'm saying? Wash your back and all that.
Talk to it, dog, from your heart.
And then, shout it. And then, shout it, I'm gonna get you pregnant.
Half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T.
It's Gary, baby.
All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. 5 minutes after the hour, y'all. Gary has the tea and the color of the day. Gary, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, LaToya Luckett. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday.
You don't never say good morning to me, Gary.
No, we have to say good morning to the guests.
Oh.
Y'all been here for 20 years.
Brad, Maria, they act real funny when we have company.
Don't they?
That's how black people do. That's how black people do.
Oh, that hospitality.
They change on you.
Yes, but here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Nick Cannon, y'all, he is speaking out, y'all. He is firing back, honey, and claims, y'all, that he spends only $3 million a year on child support. He insisted, y'all, that he spends way much more than that, honey, on all of his children annually. Now, last week the Sun reported, y'all, that estimated that Mr. Cannon, who just welcomed his 11th child over the weekend and is currently expecting his 12th, pays $3 million in child support every single year. But according to the Masked Singer, he said he spends a lot more. Now they're saying, y'all, you know that Nick, you know he just welcomed a new daughter. Her name is Miss Beautiful Zillion. What is her name? Beautiful Zillion. Can't get her middle name right now. But anyway, her name, Beautiful Zeppelin. Her name, Beautiful Zeppelin Cannon, y'all. And they're saying, honey, that all his kids, if you all don't know, they get more than $250,000, honey, a year from Mr. Cannon, honey, which is not much money. Now, there's also saying, y'all, that Miss De La Rosa, honey, the baby mama, honey, she posted a video featuring multiple pictures of her, Nick, and their little one, letting Beautiful know, honey, just how loved she is already loved. Ain't that beautiful? I mean, $250,000 a year for a child, that's not that much money. I mean, is that a lot of money for a child a year? $250?
Boy, please.
I mean,
I bet. Latoya,
for one kid.
If you got like 12 of them, that's a lot.
Based on your income.
Yeah, time 12.
Yeah, times 12. That's like, I can't do that kind of math, but I know it's a lot.
That's more than $3 million.
When they get 15, all their ass gonna be on Wild and Out. Y'all gonna have to earn this money. Earn your time.
Okay. But what he did say, honey, he said, honey, he does not want the system, honey. He said, I don't plan to ever have to participate my kids in the governmental system. And a lot of people say, honey, he's looking down on poor people, and he shouldn't have said that.
No, I agree with him on that. What? He's coming at it from a father's standpoint. He said, if he's gonna do the right thing, then he don't need them folks in his business.
And if he constantly working and saving and know he got these kids and he gonna take care of them, that's not bad to say. Everybody wants their child to grow up in a good environment.
Yeah, but you don't say that though. You looking down on all the poor children. He didn't look down on nobody. He said nothing bad about children that are less fortunate.
He just said he don't want them folks in his business, and he gonna do the right thing to keep them out of his business.
Well, we gonna see how much you do. He got 12 children. You don't know what they gonna do, honey, when they get older. So they might be part of the government.
I think they're gonna be great. He genuinely enjoys being a father. He seems so present.
Two of them is already good for the rest of their life. I can vouch for that.
Yeah.
Who, with them last mama?
I don't know the last mama. I'm talking about Mariah.
You think they're gonna be good?
For the rest of their life. I do. I know they are.
Oh. Well, we hope they be good.
Yeah, if I keep going,
they will be.
I keep downloading these damn Christmas albums and the remix of these Christmas songs. That's fine.
All I want for Christmas is you, honey. They'll be good off that alone, honey.
She is queen of Christmas, honey.
Okay.
But do y'all think that's fair to the other 10? No.
And they ain't got nothing to do with them other kids.
If he handling his scandal, let that man handle it how he may. Okay.
The message. But it's not the man handle it. Tell you Mariah got those 2 kids, and that's those children, brother and sister. They all should be equal.
Why should they be able to have Mariah is responsible for them 2 babies. Exactly. Of hers. They don't have nothing to do with the rest of his kids. If this
that's their brothers and sisters. When they go around them kids, and that's their brothers and sisters. If they have new tennis shoes on, and Mariah kids have the latest, and they don't have the same kids, that's not a good look.
That don't got nothing to do with them.
That's Mariah kids.
That's Mariah kids. And if their mama bought them shoes, they could wear them shoes.
Yeah, they're gonna have to tough it up.
Their mama should have made vision a little.
Yeah, I used to watch my sister. My sister eat a Happy Meal while I'm sitting over there with a bowl of pinto beans.
That's not nice. Now Mariah would never do that.
See, that's not right, Rick. That's right, honey. So that's not fair to them other 10, honey. And
it made me tough,
Mariah kids. Yeah, honey.
Maria, it made me tough.
You did. I mean, look at you, tough as nails.
Okay, you
did
that pretty well.
Now, Gary, how did your dad deal with your
well, we didn't know him until he died. So, honey, we didn't know who that child was. So we ate, honey. And
your brother since your dad's funeral.
No, I have not talked to him. It's been 12 years now. I hadn't talked to him though. But
talking about your side brothers?
Yeah, my dad's love child.
Oh man.
So, but I'm sure they are eating well because we don't know who they are. It might
Do you
be more
have
than
their
one.
contact information?
No.
Do you have their phone numbers?
No. Their number.
Oh.
No, like I said before, and I'll say it again. You should talk to your mama when she was sleeping with a married man, and then maybe things would have been changed.
That ain't got nothing to do with them, though.
Well, it ain't got a lot to do with them.
You got to let it go.
You got a lot to do with it.
Oh, man.
Yeah, well, I let it go.
Can we get the therapist?
I just didn't like the fact that y'all didn't let him ride in the limousine. Cause we was all at the funeral. I was sitting next to Rock T.
Yeah. But it's called the family car. Okay? We were in the family car. We were in the family car.
See, but you're talking about kids being treated fairly, and look, you're contradicting yourself, Gary.
But you don't want to get your number out, Gary.
I was treated fairly, honey. Thank you. Yes, I was. Now, I'm sure the other ones was treated fairly.
If
they got child support, their mama should have took their child support money and treated them as way she was going to treat them. But I know how we were treated in our house.
But did your side siblings get to eat with the family at the repast, or they had to sit at the other table?
I don't know where they ate it, but I know where we ate it.
We went right to Popeyes.
Y'all went to Popeyes. Y'all was acting bougie. Y'all didn't even stay around, honey. Y'all went to Popeyes, honey, got in the truck and left. Didn't even come break bread with us, honey, but that's all right. You know,
they broke a biscuit with you. How about that?
They had a biscuit and some chicken, no baby, but that was okay. It was all because Jesus knew.
Yes, Lord.
Didn't he know?
Yes.
He knew about all our children and all our birds.
Yes.
So we be pouring the tea over here.
I mean, I know.
Yes, honey. But that's all right, baby, because honey, you gotta
if you ever want to make Gary mad, start talking about that side, bro.
I see. I'm going to bring up this funeral. Bring up the funeral and the beans and rice, baby. He get the top. He is upset, child.
No, you don't believe, honey, child trust, honey. I am not bothered, as y'all say.
No, you bothered, Gary. Gary, you bothered, baby. You is bothered. You bothered now.
Let me tell you something. Jesus is my rock, baby. My rock, my sword and shit.
You know when folks bothered, they start calling on the Lord. That's what I know you bothered.
The Lord today is black.
He won't never let me down. He's just a jewel that I have found.
Come on now.
Hallelujah. They still can't ride in the limo, baby.
Nah, the Lord there is black cherry. On the hand you say black cherry, on the Lord just say maroon. That's your color for today. Y'all are so messy and ugly and mean, honey.
For I have touched the hem of his garment, and his blood has made me whole.
Boy, y'all don't get off the radio with this mess. Y'all give it up for Gary with the team. All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. 24 minutes after the hour, y'all. The segment's being brought to you by
I Hate the Homies podcast with your boy Rock Teasy, Griff, and my brother Super Dave. Available wherever you get your podcast. Brought to you by McDonald's McRib Sandwich. Get your McRib now, because Mickey D's McRib Farewell Tour ends November the 20th. You do not want to miss out.
All right, man. I appreciate that, Rock. Listen, a black student at the University of Virginia was arrested and charged in the shooting deaths of 3 members of the school's football team. And he also shot and wounded 2 other people. Christopher Darnell Jones Jr. Is 22 years old and a former member of the school's football team. He killed Devin Chandler, Lavelle Davis Jr., and Deshaun Perry as they returned from a field trip. And we still don't know why. So once again, here we are talking about gun violence. And so here's a partial list of gun violence on college campuses in 2022. Xavier University, May the 31st, 3 people are shot, 1 killed during a high school graduation ceremony held on campus. At Delaware State University, September the 3rd. 2 students are shot outside the rec center doing what the police say was an on-campus robbery. Clark Atlanta University, October the 16th. 3 students are wounded in a drive-by shooting outside of the Clark Library. Livingstone College, October the 16th, shots fired into the crowd at a homecoming concert on campus. 2 people were wounded and several others were hurt. Southern University, October the 21st, 11 people are injured. 10 of them students when a gunman fires into a fraternity house party just off campus. Whew, that's a lot. Lot of stuff going on. And, you know, my son comes home. My son is a student at Alabama State. And he tell me all of these stories that's just absolutely horrible and horrific. And I just pray for my son's safety and, and try to talk to him every day or every other day and try to advise him on what to do. Now, I had to get my kids in situational training class. And I just had to pay for it because it ain't even about getting a gun or whatever and taking tactical training. Situational training trains you what to do in certain situations to save your life and what to look for before you even walk into a situation, or if the energy in the room shift or the energy don't feel right. I was in Atlanta airport and I didn't meet anybody this particular day, and I met this lady, Miss Delaney or whatever. She walked up to speak and said, "Hey, I listened to the morning show. I want you to meet my son. My son just lost his father." And I befriended them, and my spirit said, "Hey, it'll be okay to exchange numbers. These are good folks," because, Brett, sometimes you can just have that spirit of discernment. When people just good people. Hey, here's my number. LaToya, take my number, keep in touch or whatever. And just the text messages that I would get on Saturday morning, for Devin's football game, his first game at University of Wisconsin, watching on Facebook, going live. And, hey, I need you to speak to Devin about this. And, hey, Delaney, whatever you need or whatever, let me know. And just trying to support a child and be something to a kid that lost a father. And, yesterday morning I get a text message, saying that he was killed. And when I tell you, I was just absolutely more devastated. I was devastated, but more devastated for her. Just saddened and just devastated. Not just for her, the other two parents, who kids got killed and the kids that got wounded, and the parents of the shooter who probably what the hell don't even can't believe, and we send our kids out to college, and college is supposed to be a safe space and a way to get out of whatever hood we from to try to do better. And there's just all these acts of violence, and everybody have a gun. Kids walking around with guns hanging out of their back pockets now, and this generation is lost. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm trying not to tear up and talk about it because, damn.
No, it's tough, man. I've got my two daughters are in college as well, man, Lyric and Harmony, and I just tell them, don't get into any kind of confrontation with anybody. If you see any confrontation, keep it moving. Keep your head on a swivel. We always talk about don't text and drive. Mm-hmm. You can't even text and walk now. When you're walking across campus, man, just stay focused on all your surroundings. Awareness, absolutely, until you get to your destination.
The part that hurt me, Maria, and you got kids. Yeah. Toya, you got kids. Yep. Brett, you know all of this stuff. Here's the part that really hurt me. For all mothers that have lost children to gun violence. You take them to the Little League football game. I got to go buy a helmet. Got to go buy a chin strap. Got to go buy socks. Elementary school graduation. Let me go get you some pink oil moisturizer where I can do your hair bows, barrettes, a haircut, sitting up in the barbershop. Got to go to high school graduation, middle school graduation, this, that, baseball game, Little League football game, doing this, all this ripping and running. To only look forward to picking out a damn casket. Yep. That makes me mad. Yep. That makes me angry. Yep. That's the part that hurt my heart. Every single mother. And I'm telling you something, I've seen it. When my little nephew, Kevin Felder, got stabbed to death, his mother was so distraught. I rode in the limousine trying to comfort her because that was my high school classmate. She wanted me to be with her. And we got out of the limousine, and she went into the bathroom, couldn't even walk into church. She went into the bathroom and laid on the floor. And she looked up at her dad and said, "Do I have to do this?" He said, Mr. Felder said, "Yeah, we got to do it." Me and her dad had to pick her up and walk her down the aisle and stand her up at her son's casket. I have never, and it just brings back, it just triggers everything. It triggers my daughter being on campus, being a college student and got shot. It triggers my son is on campus right now. It triggers I got shot. It triggers how these mothers feel. All of these mothers, they got to bury these kids. And it's us. It's us. I know white is some bad, racist police officers out there, but it's us.
That's the part.
And what the hell is going on to the point? Because our generation didn't do it. What is the difference between how we were raised and how they are raised? These kids have absolutely no conflict resolution how to deal with conflict and resolution and how to solve problems. Everybody pull out a gun, and it's all in it's the promotion in the music. It's what they seeing on their phone, video game, all of the stuff. They think this is the way to handle a problem.
The emotional instability and access.
Say that again.
It's the emotional instability when people aren't emotionally stable. You know what I mean? And they're reactive. And when you have access to, a gun or something that, you feel you can win whatever this battle is or whatever this can help you get over, that's what you're going to go to. Kids are so reactive and they have access to everything. We didn't have access to everything. You know what I mean? We didn't have that. So that's what the difference is. You have access to the guns. You have access to social media. And people, of course, if you're posting on your stories, if you're posting this, I know where to find you. So now I'm in a bad mood. I'm in this, I'm in my bag. I'm in my feelings. I'm not emotionally stable. So I'm going to go get this thing I have access to and do what I feel at the moment.
Yeah, and there's so many examples of how people resolve issues with guns. There's so many examples of that. And they say what you repeat what you don't repair. And I think that we really need to decide, okay, do we want to continue to support artists that perpetuate gun violence and in their talk about violence and stuff like that? I think it's really time to say, you know what? Enough is enough. You can make a hit record without talking about killing somebody else. The influence, I think that people really need to understand the influence that they have on
because the record companies are not going to do it. They're not going to stop promoting that kind of music. We got to stop it on this end. But as a parent, also
that's
for kids
not reality,
in that age,
y'all.
you got to know
these kids
what your kids have access to.
They're not going to stop making this music. These kids that are in the game already are not listening to their parents. They got their own money. They're grown. They live their own life. Yeah. Whether they 14, 18, they grown. So they're going to do what they want to do, and they're going to continue to make this music. These labels are going to continue to let them make this music. This is what these millennials want to hear, and they like to hear it.
But where do the parents come in?
So I guess it's going to be the parents who are going to allow or not allow their child to listen to the music. But kids they do whatever they want to do anyway. It's all on social media. Exactly. So I have,
a lot of kids don't do what they want to do. A lot of kids don't do what they want to do.
In some school systems, Brad, you're not even allowed to tell a child no. That's a problem.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
There's
a problem.
no boundaries.
We used to get
everybody's scared of everybody, but the kids ain't scared of nobody.
Right.
Yeah,
okay, but Rick, nobody.
Wait a minute, Rick. Let me ask you this though.
On Facebook, kids fighting teachers. I wouldn't dare think about putting my hands on Coach Critton and Coach Jones, Mr. McClaney, all these teachers. I wouldn't think about jumping up or talking. Huh?
That's the way you were raised. That's what we're talking about. Your kid. Why is your son not out shooting people? Why is my son not out shooting people? It matters how you raise your kids.
That's what I'm talking about. It's influence. So the artists understanding their influence and the impact of their words, and also the parents understanding that you got to check in with your kids. How are you doing? Are you happy? Like, every parent should really evaluate, like, how often are you asking your kids, how are you doing? How do you feel? Are you happy?
I know a lot of happy kids, Maria, but they love these artists that talk about pain, that talk about killing themselves.
And I understand most people don't take it literal, and they won't act out, but you have to acknowledge that people are influenced by people that they admire. They are influenced by them.
It's not going to stop, unfortunately.
Well, I'm just trying to be optimistic about it.
But I know a lot of parents who have kids that aren't out doing this stuff, and there's a difference between the parents who just let their kids raise themselves with no boundaries, with no limitations, with no ever saying no.
Right.
And the parents that actually put their foot down and put their foot on their neck.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, we're going to continue to talk. Let us know what your thoughts are. Get out of, instead of doing songs that stay in your head all day or whatever, we'll move some stuff around, because I want to talk about this a little more, because I'm sure listeners want to jump in too. Get out us 866-9 Ricky, 866-9 RICKEY, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, y'all, Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know. Jeff, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Rick. Man, listen, I just wanted to join in on this discussion, brother, about what happened at UVA yesterday, and just the reality of, even beyond our conversation about gun violence, this is 3 families, man. 3 young men with futures. 3 young men whose families sent them there to advance the trajectory of their family, and to have, it's one of those things where we feel as parents, and you've experienced this, Rick, like you send your kids to school and you think they're safe at school.
Right.
You a lot of times feel like they're safer at school than you do when they were at home. And so this conversation about gun violence and gun laws, I think sometimes it gets lost in politics, because most of the gun policy we talk about is dealing with the laws for people who have guns legally. And you and I both know that most of the people that get killed in our community are getting killed with a legally bought firearm, not street violence. And so we got to have a more complex conversation, Rick, because the trafficking of weapons in our community often has nothing to do with the gun policy that we hear discussed on Capitol Hill. And so I just want to make sure that our community in particular starts having complex conversations as opposed to knee-jerk reaction conversations that make us feel better because we say, well, we got to control the number of guns people can buy. We have to control this and that. No diss to the people who want smart gun policy. But I'm talking about who are the people that are targeting our communities with illegal weapons. And I don't know, Rick. I haven't heard information about whether this firearm was a legally attained firearm or not. I don't know if you have heard, but I just know that as we talk about our babies and our kids, the trafficking of weapons into our communities like it's candy is the conversation that we really need to deal with as well.
Yeah. Yeah, Jeff, it's just, I just can't imagine how devastated those families are, and the players on the football team, because everybody know on the football team you just have a bond like brothers.
Yeah.
You know,
it's family.
Yeah,
it's family. And a campus is family. I mean, UVA, man. For those that don't know, while UVA is in Charlottesville. Anybody who knows strong black alumni associations, I think UVA probably has one of the strongest black alumni associations at a PWI. And anybody who's been to UVA weekend knows how strong that community is. And so even as we're talking about these guns issues, I just want to send up all love to the Black Alumni Association at UVA, the family at UVA, and even those students there who are dealing with crisis and fear. There's so much more we got to talk about on this, Rick. But sometimes all we can do is pray until we figure out some additional solutions. So that's what I'm doing this morning, brother. I love y'all, man. Y'all have a great day, and make sure you take care of yourselves.
Hey, Jeff, we love you too, man. We appreciate you. I'm going to be taking your phone calls. I need to, we would like to hear from you. Get out us 866-9-RICKY, 866-9-RICKEY. Hit us up. We're taking your calls up next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Top of the hour, y'all. We got LaToya Luckett with us in the studio. Thank you for joining us this morning again. We're sitting here having a conversation about gun violence and, dedicating the show to the three young men that lost their lives yesterday. Devin was like, a mentee, a nephew. We had a great relationship. We text and talk all the time. And we lost him. He got killed Sunday night. And, it just, all of the stuff, Takeoff getting killed, that affected me because I knew them. We interviewed them. They would come on the morning show. I remember seeing them backstage at Birthday Bash that the morning show used to host, all the time in Atlanta. And now this, and we were having a conversation about gun violence and this generation, what they, Maria made some good points about what they listening to. Brad made some good points about, hey, it ain't gonna change because these kids are obsessed with these phones and access and music. And we're talking about how, they just get to do everything. They get to have everything and boundaries not being set. And here's the result. So I wanted to know what you think. Let's go to the phones. Good morning.
Well, good morning. I just want to say it starts with the home, but as an educator, it got really bad when you were allowed to have students get away with what you didn't allow in your classroom. You can't send them home. You can't write them up. So it's the accountability of parents, the school system, that we're just letting our kids think that they have more power than the educator, than the church leaders, and even the parents. I didn't allow a lot of what happened at home. It didn't happen in my class. So when I had parent-teacher conference, oh, ma'am, no, ma'am, that's not going on in here. But at home, it was.
Well, I'm calling from Shreveport, Louisiana. Shreveport has one of the highest crime violence right now, and a lot of it comes from the kids, the teenagers. They're the ones out here committing a lot of these crimes, and I think the parents are struggling because we're losing our kids to the street, and then the parents, when they are trying to discipline their kids, they're now having to face criminal charges. So I don't know what the resolution is, but I think it's a struggle both ways. Like, we're losing the kids to the street, and then the police, when we discipline our kids, and they come after the parents.
Good morning, this is Tamara, calling from Cleveland, and I believe that it was the grandparents who was on that crack, who was outside, and they had their kids, Tom and Sharice, inside raising their other kids raising kids, and that's the reason why, because all of the crack epidemic, everybody was outside playing, and now kids outside raising each other.
I just recently stopped working for a youth program in the city of St. Louis, and I actually found out that some of the parents are actually buying these teenage kids guns.
Well, I'm 59 years old. I remember when Maury Povich and all of them was having them women on the shows, and they was complaining about the music and how the music was going to influence our community, and it turned out to be true. And not only that, the drugs in our community is playing a great big part in all this murder and all this uncontrollableness.
My thoughts are that there were 4 young black men whose lives were changed on that day, the ones that were killed and the ones who did the killing, and the fact that his father says that he was being bullied, and how we as a community have got to learn how to treat each other better.
Yeah, my thoughts, I agree with what Special K said. You know, parents know their kids. Everybody's not doing that. These kids that's doing that, they don't have nothing, and the parents know they out there doing wrong, and they harboring them instead of being adults and letting them know what's right and wrong with life. They going right home to those parents, and the parents know they out there doing wrong, and then want to sit up and act like talking about they didn't know what was happening. You know your child. Every parent know their child, and they know what's going on, and they let them bring them guns into the house, in and out of the house doing wrong, and the parents know about it instead of putting their foot on their neck, telling them right from wrong.
And being bullied don't justify you pulling a gun, taking somebody's damn life. I got bullied and cracked on, joked on my clothes, made jokes about my stuff. I had to learn how to make jokes back and say stuff back or whatever, pulling out a damn gun. And that was my point. Conflict resolution or whatever. If you're getting bullied, then go somewhere else or go find somebody else to hang around and learn how to block people off of social media and block people's phone number and get in your own space and protect your energy. You know, my niece Genesis made a great point when she texted me last night, trying to find the text message. She said our generation, she's right out. I'm trying to find the text message. She said, I feel so sad about our generation. It's awful because we don't have any conflict resolution skills. That was from my niece, Genesis Smith. We was texting back and forth yesterday, and I'm like, that's a great point. You're absolutely right. And, you know, the kids get to do what the hell they want to do. There are no boundaries. I don't care what nobody say. There are no boundaries. There's no consequence for the kids. And this is what you get, right? So if a bucket is a boundary. A bucket is a boundary. What it do? It hold water together. Lines in the highway is a boundary. What that mean? A red light, green light, yellow light is a boundary. So if it was no red light, no traffic light, and no lanes, guess what happens? The cars crash. Guess what happened if there's no boundary for the water? The water wouldn't be able to stay together and stay in the bucket and get transported to wherever the water needs to go. Every single thing, the clothes on your body is a boundary. Right? There's no boundaries for kids. When I tell you women be getting at me for disciplining my grandson on Facebook, they can't stand it. And I tell them, you don't get to tell me how to raise a king because you're not one. And don't ever come on my Facebook page and emasculate and undermine me when I'm trying to discipline my grandson so he can be something to your granddaughter. Period. You don't tell me how to raise a king. And I say that with a full chest. I don't care how it sounds. That's the problem. It's a lot of kids. I got family members. I try to create kings and try to raise and try to help. And the women, some of the women, not all, some of the women encourage, hey, push their kids to you, and some women get jealous of the relationship and undermine you and emasculate you. Oh, I've had one. Totally emasculate me, or whatever. Why he had to come in this door? Why he don't have to? Because I said so. I don't owe a child an explanation. They don't pay for a damn thing because I said so. That's why. You think I'm finna give an explanation to somebody that don't pay for a damn thing? Ooh. You crazy as hell. Yeah. In my house?
But that's what we was talking about. You're actually parenting. You're doing the hard work of putting your foot on their neck and letting them know that when you're 5, you ain't gonna get away with it. When you're 12, you ain't gonna get away with it. And when you're 15, you ain't gonna get away with it.
Ernest Smiley was not wrong. Ernest Smiley put his foot in my ass. So did Coach Critton. So did Coach Jones and Coach Holmes, Little League football, Coach Osley. They put their foot in my ass.
Come on.
Period. Do the duck
literally
walk. Get in the bullpen. Run a lap.
Bear claw.
My grandma like, why you got my grandma? My granddad said, if you can't take it, stay at home. Drop him off at football practice and leave. That's why we got him there, to make him tough. And it didn't hurt me. And I love the man that I am today. And every ass whooping I got from Miss Avery and Miss Rosa P. Hanks and everybody that put a paddle to my ass, I appreciate it because I love who I am today.
That's right.
And I don't play with my grandson. I don't care nothing about no light skin and no curly hair and no cuteness. I don't care about that because that ain't cute when they get 15, 16.
Okay.
It ain't cute. Yep. When they get a little mustache and they musty.
And when they've been coddled all their life and they can't take being called a name.
Right.
Somebody might call you a name. The world ain't nice. Everybody ain't gonna like you.
Get over it.
Some people gonna talk about you. Guess what? That ain't no reason to pull out a gun. Deal with it. You gotta learn how to deal with what life gives you.
Damn right.
That's what we gotta teach these boys. You can't be overly emotional out here about everything.
So Kate, Brett, Toya, Maria, Gary, this is what we need to do. We need to start having conversations, encouraging parents. We have a platform. We need to start encouraging parents to be tough. Just because they dad dead and their dad is not there, you can't overcompensate for the dad not being there by giving them everything. I love my sister to death. My sister's a great parent because she really do push her son towards me, her and the beautiful stepdad Roland or whatever. And I had to tell my sister one day, their dad died of cancer. I said, hey, we still got to be parents, still got to be able to tell them no, still got to can't let them do this, that. She said, you know what? You're right. You're absolutely right. She trying her best to try to compensate for the dad not being there because Boo Boo died of cancer or whatever, but I had to have a conversation with my sister and she respected it and appreciated it. And now he's on the right path, headed in the right direction.
That's so good.
And that's what we got to do. We're going to be talking about this a lot more. Cause if we can't do a damn thing else, we can help influence the mindset of the parents and the grandparents that's raising the kids to say, hey, it's not a good idea to give them everything. Here's the last point I'm going to make, Toya, and don't y'all ever forget this. Everybody listen to the radio. Give kids more of what we had as opposed to what we did not have.
Yeah. Yes.
You like how you turned out, LaToya?
Yes.
Brett, you like how you turned out?
Mm-hmm. And I had rules
you like
and
who
regulations.
You are? Give them what we had. Take the garbage out. Get up, wash the dishes.
Exactly.
Put the tablet down. My grandson, you can't bring that damn tablet downstairs. That's a pacifier. You don't need a damn tablet to eat breakfast. You're going to eat breakfast without the tablet and look at us and talk to me. You ain't finna have no damn tablet in church.
Come on, man.
That's right.
Ricky,
That's
I had to mow the lawn. Okay. My mom paid her room. What? You want to go to where? Astroworld? Where you trying to go? My whole house needs to be clean, paint my walls, mow my lawn,
earn it.
all the things. Like, there wasn't no free fall.
Come on now.
Right.
I had to earn everything I had.
And that's what we need to talk about. Come on now. We're going to be talking to LaToya Luckett up next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, 14 minutes after the hour, y'all. Let me say something. Cause I'm on 10 this morning. I don't know if it's too much coffee or I just hate what's going on. I was in DFW Airport, Gary. and it was a 8 or 9 year old little boy was with his grandma. He was giving his grandmother H-E-L-L, hell. And I'm sitting here and I'm looking and I'm trying not to stay. I'm looking at my phone or whatever. I pulled my mask down and the lady, her eyebrows raised. I said, ma'am. I said, may I? I'm looking at her like with my eyebrows up, like the sign. I said, may I have a conversation with him? She said, baby, and she said, whatever you decide to do, Mr. Smiley, I respect you. When I tell you I walked that little boy down the hall and I took him around the corner in DFW airport, I put his ass up against the wall. I said, let me tell you something. That's your grandmother. You only get one. Do you understand? He looking up. I said, look at me when I'm talking to you. He said, yeah. I said, yes, sir. That's another problem. Oh yeah. I dated one that was against saying yes, sir, and no, ma'am, and no, sir. Well, if I'm helping you with your kids, then, and they can say yes, sir, they coach, why they can't say yes, sir to me? Providing for them. Yes, sir, I established that. When your grandmother speak to you, is yes, sir, yes, ma'am, no, sir, no, ma'am, yes, thank you, and please to everyone. The problem, people are just, I got the little boy ass straight. I said, when I take you back over here, you sit up, you be still, you be quiet. I said, your grandmother have my phone number, and if she have to call me, I'm coming. And when I come in, I'm going to tear your butt up. Do you understand me? The little boy looked me straight in the eye. He said, yes, sir. I walked him back. I gave grandma that email address, and she emailed me one day. She said, I don't know what you said to him. I don't know what you did or what you said, but he was a totally different person. I haven't had no problems out of my grandson since. Wow. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
Nothing at all.
But y'all in love with the kids, and you don't want nobody to say, because that's your little baby. Got the 2 earrings in their ear, kissing them all in the mouth. These my little man, my little boyfriend, while they 9 and 10 years old. And then they think you his girlfriend, because you call him your little man. Now he cussing you out when he don't get the new Jordans. Now you got a real problem on your hand. I took my son in the backyard because he disrespected his mother. We ain't even together no more. I beat his ass in that backyard, took him back down and put that fist in his chest like he was a man. You want a man up? You want to talk to your mother like that? You don't disrespect your mother. Our job as men is to protect women. That's our job as men. It's protection of women. He getting his grandma hell in the airport. I'm not finna just, I asked may I, and she gave me permission.
I couldn't watch it either.
Ooh. Huh?
I couldn't watch it either. It give me goosebumps. I hate to see that.
That little boy didn't give us, the boy know that Rickey Smiley is a problem. And I don't want to see Rickey Smiley because I got it. I was in his face.
That's right.
And I hope that I saved his life and changed his life because that was the purpose. All right, y'all. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. Did you get your eyes checked but still putting off getting glasses or contact? Let my friends at America's Best help you. Take them your prescription and get 1 pair of glasses starting at $69.95 or contacts for as low as $11 a month. So go online and schedule an appointment today. They have over 875 locations ready to serve you. And if you haven't used your vision insurance benefits for 2022, what are you waiting for? The year is almost over, but there's still time to get an eye exam, glasses, or contacts at America's Best. Already have a valid prescription? Shop online for new glasses or stock up on contact lenses from the convenience of your home. Visit americasbest.com to shop today. America's Best has a great selection of frames for men, women, and children with hundreds of frames to choose from, and you're certain to find your perfect pair. Go online and schedule an appointment today at americasbest.com. That's americasbest.com. Stop overpaying for your eyewear. Roll up to America's Best and be sure to tell them that Rickey Smiley sent you. In certain states, eye exams provided by independent practices. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. We usually do the front page right here, but we are so blessed to have the one and only LaToya Luckett join us this morning.
This is so fun. You know I love y'all.
No, we love you too. It was just perfect that you came today to have this conversation. I just appreciate everything that you were saying, talking about kids and relationships and relationships with the kids. But let's talk about everything you got going on. Let us know what you're working on.
Oh man, so many things. I guess you can call me a holiday shawty because I have 2 holiday movies coming out.
What?
Indeed, man. Yes.
I love it.
Gather the kids around. All right. Get the hot chocolate going. The Great Holiday Bake War will be premiering on December 3rd on OWN. And that stars myself and Finesse Mitchell. I'm sure y'all know him. He's amazing. Hilarious, by the way. Yes, and also A Miracle Before Christmas starring myself and Romeo. And I'm just super excited to get into the holidays. Y'all know me. If you know me, you know I'm a Christmas girl. So I am. Yes, I love anything holiday. The tree is up already, Ricky. It's up.
Mine getting ready to go up too.
The tree up already. Okay, and I got 2 little ones, so they excited about it.
How old are the babies?
2 and 3.
Man, time flying.
Ain't it? Listen, Gianna is about to be 4 in January.
Oh.
I know, Brett. I was like, first of all,
I remember you was pregnant.
I was pregnant on both award shows 2 years ago.
We did the award show.
Yes.
And you about to fall on the floor laughing at us. I'm like, you're not gonna do this on the stage.
Okay.
Don't do this. I got pictures.
Yes. I was pregnant almost every year of that award show. But yeah, Gianna is already, she's about to be 4 and Tyson just made 2. So yes, they are super excited.
What is that like, being a parent as opposed of, like what is that like?
What is it like? You know what it's like, Ricky? A lot. Yeah. It's expensive. It's amazing. It's amazing, but I tell you, I view time differently. I'm grateful for my time with them. I put down my phones, cut off the TV. I look them in their faces. I want to know how they're doing. I talk to them. And I just, I want to give them as many experiences as I possibly can. As much as I can offer them, I will. So.
Do you have any kind of old school traditions that you used to do as a kid that you kind of putting on to your kids now?
Whoopings?
Like
absolutely.
Like holiday traditions.
Whoopings on holiday.
On any given day.
Okay, you better tell them.
Yes, indeed. But no, I of course, for Christmas, our family celebrates on Christmas Eve. So, we'll be doing the same. I'll be doing the same this year with them. Also going to see the lights, riding around the neighborhood, going to see the Christmas lights and stuff. Thanksgiving, we just eating, child. We eating and then carrying on. But I love watching them grow, man.
Yeah.
I love watching them get excited about Christmas.
Rest of hair, you got that pink oil moisturizing.
It's Mael for me. Shout out to Mael. But yeah, man, getting Gianna's hair done, and I think Tyson's probably about to get a haircut. Walking around here looking like Maxwell in a diaper, but I love watching them grow and their little personalities and the way they talk to each other, and it's a blessing, man. So just as I will say to any parent, spend as much time with your kids. Don't always throw the iPad in front of them. Don't always send them off somewhere. And I know we need our time and it gets tough at times, but they need you. They need us.
Absolutely.
They need us.
Come on now.
I need you to make a video today where you can express what you was expressing when we was off the air and tag us on and let everybody know how they can follow you.
Oh, at Latoya Luckett, real simple, and it's LETOYALUCKETT.
There it is. All right, Latoya, thank you. We love you so much. We got the front page right here. Let's go.
Entertainment. Sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, it's the bottom of the hour. Rick Smiley Morning Show. The front page news is being brought to you by
Pepto-Bismol, fast and soothing relief for nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, and diarrhea. Pepto-Bismol, fast relief when you need it most.
Diarrhea. Diarrhea.
Yes.
And diarrhea.
That's why you don't listen to look at them, honey.
Listen, when you came off that break, I said, ooh, Pepto. I know this about
Everybody, every time Gary read that Pepto-Bismol commercial, we be trying our best to hold it.
I was trying my best not to laugh. I was like, oh, Jesus, my mic on.
I can't look him in the face. He be looking over the top of them glasses. Diarrhea.
All right, man.
The way he say it.
And diarrhea.
I see.
Maria, I'm so sorry. Maria.
Hey.
I'm so sorry.
This is a perfect seg for the front page because speaking of diarrhea, Donald Trump is expected to announce his third presidential bid today. I'm just saying, you set me up and I appreciate it.
Speaking of diarrhea.
Donald Trump is expected to announce his third presidential bid today. Now, during a recent interview, former VP Mike Pence spoke on GOP's options in 2024. And here's a piece of that conversation.
Do you believe that Donald Trump should ever be president again?
David, I think that's up to the American people. I think there will be better choices.
Better choices than Donald Trump. Will you run for president in 2024?
Well, we're giving it consideration in our House. Prayerful consideration.
Do you believe you can beat Donald Trump?
Well, that would be for others to say. And it'd be for us to decide whether or not we'd want to test that.
So if you decide to run and he's up there, so be it.
So be it.
He don't sound like he on that ticket with Donald Trump in the first place.
Yeah, I think three whole people would vote for him.
All you can say, and he put your life in jeopardy.
Yeah, that's just, he ain't gonna get it. He ain't gonna get it. But yeah, that's just a quick look at what's happening in news. Rock T, what you got in sports?
Oh, real quick, man. Last night on Monday Night Football, the Philadelphia Eagles are no longer undefeated. They lose to the Washington Commanders. First loss of the season. They are now 8-1. And I predicted Philly to win this game. But I also said it was gonna be an uh-oh game. Watch out. Washington gonna play them boys closer than what people think. And Super Dave had a problem with that.
We don't have enough time for me. My problem with you is you. You can't make two predictions.
I predicted the game.
What did he say, Dave?
He predicted Philadelphia's going to win the game, which is fine.
And then I said what? And then you said it's going to be a close game. Who cares it's going to be a close game? There's a W for wins and losses. It could be an uh-oh game, and it turned out to be an uh-oh game.
Right, it's time for you.
Man, please.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot.
Yeah.
You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
Oh man, that was the shortest sports segment ever of all time.
Now it's time for the hot spot. What up, Brett?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brett Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Well, reports say that Dave Chappelle rehearsed a fake monologue during his Saturday Night Live dress rehearsal. Then he switched the material for the live show. According to Page 6, a source said Dave does a fake monologue during the dress rehearsal because he doesn't want SNL creators Lorne Michaels or anyone else to know what his real monologue is. The source added that Chappelle made a joke during the dress rehearsal about a writer who refused to work with him this week on the show. An insider told Page 6 that the joke Chappelle made about the writer during the rehearsal caused tensions to flare. Lord have mercy. Lord, just try to keep the joke
Everybody
down,
too sensitive.
Everybody too sensitive, and he know it. So I just want him to just, please, don't let them try to cancel you again and again, like they've already tried to do. Last but not least, according to Page 6, there will not be a second season of Netflix's Selling Tampa, and some of the cast members think racism is the reason why it's not. When they show us black women in a different light, when we're not bickering and fighting and calling names, we don't get a season 2 and season 3. But that's not what we're displaying, cast member Joanna Cobra told the outlet. We know that Selling Tampa was number 1 in multiple countries and it did fairly well. Obviously, it's not going to be a Selling Sunset season 5. And it's just weird because all of a sudden this all black cast doesn't even get a chance for a season 2. So that's sad if that's the case. I'm sure they'll find work somewhere else, though. I mean, they're great actors on that show and actresses. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. But coming up next, we got Yanetta Spring with Talk It Out Tuesday, and we got the Praise Mix down. The time now is 25 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
What's up? All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It's Talk It Out Tuesday, man. Y'all, please help me welcome licensed professional counselor Yanetta Spring. Good morning, Yanetta.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. How y'all doing today?
Man, we doing good. We so happy to have you because we need, it's been a rough week. It's been a lot of stuff, man. I'm sure you're familiar with all the stuff with Takeoff and then the stuff that happened at University of Virginia, and a lot of people the country is grieving right now. What would you say to all of the young people, that's grief stricken by one of their, favorite stars, passing away or whatever, and then all of the stuff and the paranoia and the danger. How do we deal with that? I don't know. I don't even know where to start. I know you got some stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. I think, you know, my heart goes out to everybody that's been affected, you know, or that's feeling the weight of this grief, or, you know, feeling anxious or stressed out, because, you know, when something like this happens, it's just hard. It's just really hard to navigate, and everybody navigates grief differently, you know. So that's what I really wanted to do just today, to check in with everybody and see where you at, how you holding up, how you falling apart, you know, how can we support each other? Because that's mainly how we, you know, get through these seasons, by supporting each other.
Yeah.
You know,
for me yesterday, I had to, because, you know, the fall of November is when my grandfather and then my grandmother died, like in November. And then to have this happen to take off, somebody, you know, that's like a nephew figure, you know, because when they call you uncle, that's a respect thing. And then have somebody else that you was mentoring to pass away, and it's just a lot. It just seemed like the sun was shining, but it wasn't on yesterday, and I couldn't escape how I was feeling. So I cried it out, I prayed, and just trying to just take it all in, or whatever. But I just can't imagine. And then it was a trigger for me being a gunshot victim, and my daughter a gunshot victim. So it sent me into a real stage of being paranoid and afraid to just do anything. I went to a restaurant yesterday and turned around and walked out and got back in my car and just went and ordered the food because I didn't feel comfortable or safe in a restaurant, which was a nice restaurant, you know, and I just, that's how I feel.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing that, Ricky, because I think, you know, you being able to check in with yourself and see what feels safe and what doesn't feel safe. And after we experience something like this, nothing feels safe, right? We're activated. Our system, our bodies are activated and stressed out and on guard and being paranoid. So one thing I do with a lot of my clients is we work on ways to feel more secure, because sometimes safety, you know, especially when you have things like this happening, it feels like it's like not attainable, you know? And I always tell people you have permission to do what you need to do to feel safe. You know, you have permission to set boundaries or, you know, to secure your space. That's what we call it in, you know, in my sessions. And I think we all have different things that we do to help ourselves feel more secure. You know, if you look at even all of y'all now thinking about what did you do when you entered the space that you're in to help yourself feel more comfortable and secure in the space that you're in. Right. Anybody? Yeah, just kind of thinking about that, like where you decide to sit in the room, you know, what you bring in the room with you. You know, Ricky, you saying, okay, I need to eat. I don't feel secure in this restaurant right now with how I'm feeling, so I'm going to go order it, you know, and then I'm still going to eat, but I'm just going to do it in a different way. So I think us giving ourselves permission to do those small things to help ourselves feel more secure helps to stabilize our nervous system after something like this happens. You know,
because I don't know, I just felt like something was just going to jump off, and then I'm having anxiety because I got a performance in a city where something tragic just happened, and just nervous about that, and having all of that anxiety and stuff, and then grief-stricken, and then being a victim on top of that. I mean, it's a lot. Like, I really had to jump off the air yesterday and just process all of this stuff and figure out, like, what am I feeling? I don't know.
And you know, this is something to really, when stuff like this happens, that's what therapists are for. You know what I mean? Like, we really got to sit down and talk and see, what is this reminding me of? What is this bringing up for me? You know, a lot of the events that we experience now are connected to our past events, and our body, the part of our body that processes trauma, it doesn't understand time and space. So it's always now. Like, when we experience something that reminds us of our trauma, it brings back all of the things, if we haven't processed it, to our present. So the weight that you're feeling is not just the present weight, it's the weight of all of your past experiences as well. And those are things that we really can unpack in therapy. You know, having somebody really sit with you and navigate those spaces, because it can be difficult. But I want everyone to really focus on what you are doing and what you can do to help yourself feel more safe and secure, knowing that it's okay to remove yourself from spaces or to not engage in things where you don't feel safe, you know, especially after something like this happens.
Yeah, well, we really appreciate that. And if anybody needs to talk to you, because I'm sure a lot of people going through stuff, let everybody know how you can be reached and how can they find you.
Yeah, so you can find me. My website is JanettaSpring.com. If you are looking for a therapist, you can find that at the GroundbreakersTherapyDirectory.com. You can follow me on social. Today I'm going to share some things that we can do to just really stabilize our system and get ourselves calm after we get activated by an event like this. And that you can find me on Janetta Spring on all social platforms.
Janetta, thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem at all. Y'all take care.
Hey, listen, and this is Talk It Out. This Talk It Out Tuesday segment is not meant to take the place of actual going to therapy, but get more information on Yanetta's website, groundbreakerstherapy.com, or on Instagram at groundbreakerstherapy. So y'all give it up and show your love for Yanetta Spring. All right, y'all. Thank you, Yanetta.
You're welcome.
It's more Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.